we're gonna try this out. I'm gonna do one half of my face using makeup tips I learned from TikTok, the other half doing my old millennial methods, and then I'm also gonna talk to you about how I became a professional actress after working many years in tech. I got into tech accidentally. I was working in fashion in college, had no idea what I wanted to do. At the time, my boyfriend was an engineer, and he was like, hey, why don't you get a job in tech? And I was like, okay. First role I was in was basically like a quality QA engineer, like entry level. I saw it as like this temporary thing that I would do until I figured out what I really wanted to do. I was still also working, moonlighting as a stylist at the time. I got into sales because they made a lot more money than the engineers. I continued to find myself. I did a 4-week sabbatical to get certified as a yoga instructor, and I began teaching yoga part-time. Then I got laid off, which was awesome. Actually, I traveled a lot, and then I started another tech company, was moving up the corporate ladder. And then I also started a book club that we basically did happy hour cocktail events. So we were like a cool book club. Still trying to find myself, looking in a lot of places. I was reminding myself that this tech thing was never supposed to be my full-time thing, even though it was very much now my full-time thing, and I had a pretty high-level position. I was making really good money, and I was always just like, damn, is this it? Is this what my future is gonna be? Because I do not give a flying fig about any of this. I'd also done theater in college, still thought about it to this day, many years later. One day I went on a date with a Broadway actor who was in Moulin Rouge, like the lead of Moulin Rouge. And I was like, wow, this was the first time I was meeting an actual working actor in real life. And I was so inspired. I was so in awe of this guy that I am embarrassingly drunk on one of our dates. I don't even like drinking. I start working at Uber. I'm running the marketing business, and I'm teaching yoga. I'm dating. I'm doing the most in New York City. I start to take an acting class, big freaking deal. I was so nervous my first day of class. I had not done any acting since college. COVID hits, and all my little extracurriculars that I was so fond of, I couldn't go to anymore, and all I had left was my corporate job. And thank the Lord I got laid off. The best things that's ever happened to me. Went all in on the acting classes, which were on Zoom because it was COVID. For my severance is up, I was like, nope, I'm an actress now. I wasn't that confident to start with. Moved to Mexico. I met a lot of people who inspired me to not have imposter syndrome. Made my first short film that I produced myself, and then I came back to the United States after getting unceremoniously dumped by my boyfriend in Mexico right before we left. Started auditioning, booked my first national TV commercial within 3 months, moved to LA, here I am, and I just did my first part on a cable TV show. The TikTok style, this is my style. Honestly, I can't tell that much of a difference, but I do prefer this side, so thank you, TikTok. Let me be less bad at makeup. Learned anything from this, it's never too late to follow your dream. I thought I had missed my window of opportunity, and I would never say that to anyone else. You are most likely your biggest obstacle. It's never too late.